A medical journal has retracted a study claiming cancer therapy is more effective when given in the morning, and the story behind that retraction is a cautionary tale about research that seemed almost too good to be true. Earlier this year, a paper published in the prestigious journal Nature Medicine sent shockwaves through the oncology world. The study, conducted at a cancer hospital in China, enrolled 210 patients with advanced lung cancer and randomly assigned them to receive immunotherapy either before or after 3 in the afternoon. The results were jaw-dropping. Patients who got their infusions in the morning had their cancer kept at bay for 11 months, compared with just 6 months for those in the afternoon group. And they lived for 28 months on average, versus 17 months for the afternoon group. Nearly twice as long, just from changing a scheduling time. Oncologists took notice immediately. Infusion clinics started fielding calls from patients asking to switch to morning slots. And the appeal made sense on its face: rescheduling an appointment costs nothing. As one oncologist at the University of Miami put it, those were numbers usually associated with new blockbuster drugs, not scheduling decisions. But something felt off to a lot of researchers. Within days of publication, physicians and online sleuths started raising red flags on social media and in blog posts. Less than 3 weeks after the study went live, Nature Medicine published an editor's note saying it was looking into the concerns. And on Wednesday, the journal retracted the study entirely, citing a list of problems serious enough that, in the editor's own words, they no longer have confidence in the integrity of the results. What did they find? Records that were supposed to be locked before the trial began were changed midway through. There were discrepancies between the Chinese version of the study plan and the translated version. And here's one that stood out to experts: not a single one of the 210 patients dropped out of the study in the first year due to side effects. In an oncology trial, that's highly unusual. There were also irregular patterns in the timing of follow-up scans. Dr. Tony Chueri, an oncologist at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston who helped lead the post-publication review, summed it up plainly: it was too good to be true. The study's senior author, Dr. Yongchang Zhang, acknowledged in a statement that parts of the study's execution and manuscript preparation might not reach the standards for publication in a high-impact journal, and offered an apology, though he did not explain what actually went wrong. Most of the study's 28 authors were based in China, and it was funded by the Chinese government. China has been investing heavily in biomedical research in recent years, rapidly becoming a major force in drug development. But critics have long raised questions about the reliability of some of that research, though experts are quick to point out that quality varies widely, just as it does in the United States and elsewhere. As for the underlying science, researchers have genuinely been interested in whether the body's internal clock, its circadian rhythms, could affect how well drugs work. Some enzymes that break down medications are more active at certain times of day. But immunotherapy drugs like Keytruda, one of the treatments used in this study, work very differently. They linger in the body and take effect over weeks, not hours. Critics said the study never identified a convincing biological reason why morning versus afternoon would produce such a dramatic difference. A separate analysis published in March, led by European researchers and looking at more than 3,000 cancer patients across 8 studies, concluded that timing was unlikely to be a critical determinant of how patients fared. There may be other explanations for associations seen in earlier research. Healthier patients might naturally choose morning slots, while sicker or more rural patients who travel long distances might request afternoons and, independently, tend to have worse outcomes. For now, the landmark morning infusion study is gone from the scientific record, and the oncology community is left with a reminder of why extraordinary claims demand extraordinary scrutiny. That's the story, from your news desk to your ears.